Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. This week is Parsha Shemot, and we are treated to three stories in Moshe's development as a leader. And what they have in common is Moshe's willingness to stand up to injustice. The first story is an Egyptian taskmaster beating up on another Jew. Moshe eliminates him and buries him in the sand. The next day he sees two Jews that are fighting. Moshe once again intercedes. But this time, the Jewish men look at him and say, "Oh, you're going to do to us what you did to the Egyptian? You think you can just go kill us?" And Moshe realizes at this point he needs to leave town. He has to pay the price for trying to be a good guy. The next time we find Moshe, he's in Midian. We don't know how many years later this is. And it's Yitro's daughters who are tending to the sheep and are being harassed by other shepherds. Moshe, again, not knowing the lay of the land, the rules of the road in Midian, someone who already has paid the price for trying to be an upstander and not a bystander, once again intercedes and stands up for Yitro's daughters. Where does Moshe get the tenacity from? So it could be, according to Rabbi Norman Lamb, that if you look at his mother, Yocheved, who was a midwife, who defied Paro's decree of killing the male children of the Ivrim, of the Jews. And I don't know, but I would think that if you defied the Pharaoh, you were put to death, and yet somehow miraculously she was saved. So Moshe certainly might have learned it from his mom. Rav Hirsch says, if you look at Moshe's name, Moshe means one who was delivered from the water. And Rav Hirsch writes that Moshe never forgot that lesson, that he was abandoned in the water. And he therefore understood what it's like to have no one there for you. And yet he was saved by an Egyptian mother, by an Egyptian princess. Otherwise, we would have no Moshe. And therefore, he retains that Egyptian name, Moshe, the great teacher, the one who speaks to God face to face, because someone was there to save Moshe. And Moshe never forgot that lesson. It's a really hard thing to do. How many of us would stand up to injustice? How many of us would be a Martin Luther King? How many of us would be a Natan Sharansky? How many of us would be like these brave Iranian students, two of them who just cruelly were executed this week for standing up against injustice? Being a bystander is real easy, but standing up to what we believe is right, to hold true and hold steady to our values and our morals, well, Moshe Rabbeinu is certainly a good role model for us. And we have modern day role models. And maybe you can even think of other people that are role models, who are real people, who are upstanders, who held true to their beliefs and morals against injustice and willing to put everything on the line. Something that I hope this is good food for thought and maybe good for a Shabbos table discussion this week. Wishing everybody a Shabbat Shalom. And again, please consider subscribing and please sharing this video with those that you think might enjoy it. Looking forward to hear from you. Shabbat Shalom.